Good evening. That was the marching band. I hope you enjoyed their last performance of the season. They've done a great job, and I just want to congratulate all of the marching band members. It was very difficult not being able to be a part of that this year, but they've worked really hard, and thanks to Lisa Mitchell, they've been able to keep that going. And thank you also to the parents that have stepped up to kind of make everything happen. It's very obvious that you all value a lot of the things that we do, so I really appreciate you jumping in to make sure band camp runs smoothly and all of those things that were really important to me, and now being a mom, not able to do, but I was thrilled to see them continue, and I know it was important to the kids, so thank you. Thank you to Lisa. Good evening. I'm thrilled that you are all here for our annual winter concert. You are in for a treat. That was the last performance of the marching band, and you saw some 8th graders and most of the high school band, plus Inessa Burnell, who also joined the marching band this year, and she's a vocalist in our vocal program. So, we now have our 8th grade band, and we'll be hearing from them shortly. I just have 2 public service announcements that I'm required to make. The first one is if you would take out your cell phones and make sure they are off, so as not to interrupt the performance, that would be wonderful. And if there were an emergency, we ask that you notice the exits behind you and the exits to my right and left, and if there were an emergency, you would exit immediately. Thank you. I want to welcome the Superintendent Combs, here to join us this evening. Hopefully that car is all squared away and you can sit back and enjoy the rest of the program. I don't know Mr. Spadafino or Mr. McGrath. I don't know if any of them are here, but I would like to thank our building administration, Brian Spadafino and Robert McGrath, for all of their support, the faculty and staff here at the high school. The school committee, I don't know if we have any school committee members here. Tuesday night at the vocal concert, I thought maybe I was losing my eyesight because all of your faces are like blurred now. Maybe it's just lack of sleep. But, no school committee members? Okay, well thank you to the school committee. Tell them I send my regards. And also to the Board of Selectmen, because they support this program day in, day out, and it doesn't go unnoticed, so I really appreciate that. Steve Archambault? No? I want to thank Steve Archambault from Turkey Hill Middle School, as well as Deborah Smith from the primary school, for their support and for starting these students at a young age. I am blessed to have the best students at the high school and a very, very talented bunch, so my job is the best. I get to see them and send them off to through the rest of their lives, and we have some great moments here while they're in the high school. Without further ado, they look ready behind me. Are you guys all set? So, we will get started. We have a small but mighty 8th grade band here, and they have done a fabulous job. Many of them were in the marching band, so that's where their work began, and then we've continued. I'm so impressed with how far they've come, and I hope they recognize the growth that they've made, and I can only imagine what will happen between now and May, so I hope you'll come back for that program. I want to thank the high school percussionists that are here to join us for that, to support these fine 8th grade musicians, and without further ado, admiration. So as we work through the 8th grade repertoire, each piece certainly has its own challenges, and we try to focus on a lot of consistencies through all of them, but then there are things that we have to address specific to a certain piece. So with that one, things like articulation and making sure everybody plays the attack of every note the same way, and making sure they can read the form so they know what measure to play and then go back to measure 5 and then jump ahead to measure 25. All of those things make it possible for them to play as an ensemble, which is certainly something they've really been working hard at. Next, we're going to have a piece called De Colores, and this includes a lot of the same things that we worked on in Admiration, except it's in triple meter. So instead of there just being 2 beats or 4 beats per measure, it's in 3. So that's another thing to get used to. So we hope you enjoy this one, and if you know the words, feel free to sing along. And this certainly is a familiar melody as well that many of the students recognize, but with this piece, our challenge was learning how to read and play in cut time. So it looks the same on paper, but we're gonna interpret it differently. So they made that transition really, really well so that we could really get the tempo going. So this is the can-can.
being there to support me when I need extra little help here and there. And all the students for working so hard for me, doing a great job. So here is the jazz band.
this year, and we needed someone to step in, and thankfully she was right there, ready at the door, ready to go. So we just really want to thank her. It's a lot of time to put into this band on Tuesday nights, so we just really, really appreciate it. So we got you a gift card to Olive Garden for $25 and flowers and a thank you card. So we just want to say thank you.
So I had ordered this piece, and I wasn't sure if it would be most appropriate for the high school or most appropriate for the 8th grade, and then I had a brainstorm while I was on maternity leave. We should do it together. And I think it's really important, not just for the 8th grade students that are in the marching band, but for all of the 8th grade students, to have the opportunity to play alongside the high school musicians. I think it's motivating, it's exciting. I know when I was on the younger side of my elementary school, middle school, high school band life, I idolized the upperclassmen, and my dad, who's over there, would say, don't idolize them so much. I mean, you're great and everything, and they're great, but like, I don't know. I like worshiped the ground they walked on. They could do no wrong. And that really had an impact on me. So I know that it's important, and I tell the high school students all the time when we go to the primary school for our music day in the late winter, early spring, that they are such role models for the primary school students, but it's not too late, when the students are in 8th grade. So for the 8th graders to get to know the high school students and maybe be inspired by them and learn something from them is really important, and to have the opportunity to have everybody together is really cool. Now, unfortunately, we don't get many opportunities to rehearse together, so we did run through it on Tuesday, but it was shortened because of the weather. So we had one opportunity then, and we had one opportunity today, and even the growth between Tuesday and 6 o'clock tonight was just incredible. So bravo to all of you, and we hope you enjoy this performance of Night Ride of the Cossacks. While we're resituating ourselves up here, I'd like to introduce our Musicator President, Donna Burke.
Good evening. My name's Donna Burke. I'm here on behalf of the Lunenburg Music-Gators. We are the Music Booster Club here in Lunenburg. For those of you who don't know, we work to raise funds for scholarships and to help cover the cost of music activities and programs where the budgets just don't quite stretch far enough to cover them. We're a group of parents who firmly believe in the importance of music as part of a quality educational curriculum, and we really appreciate the support from all of the parents that we have in accomplishing that mission. So being involved with the Music-Gators is not only a great way to help the music programs in the schools, but it's also a great way to stay involved in your kids' school lives when they hit the high school age and they really don't want us around anymore. So they're at that age where unless they need a ride, or heaven forbid they want the keys, or they need cash, they kind of don't want us around too much. So being involved in the Music-Gators is a great way to meet your kids' friends' parents and to meet their friends and to kind of see them doing what they love from a distance. And it's a great way to kind of stay involved with that. You can find us on the web. We've got a website address at lunenburgmusic.org, and we've also got a Facebook page. You can like us on that and follow the posts that we have as we go along there. We definitely want to send out a thank you to Mrs. Wardwell and Mrs. Mitchell for everything they do for our students, and we certainly appreciate all the hard work that they put in, and they're a joy to support when they call us for help. Some upcoming things that we're excited about. The next session of after-school music lessons start. The registrations are beginning now through January, so you can go on our website and find registration forms as well as scholarship application forms. If you have a student who would like to take voice or instrument lessons, either private or group lessons after school, they've got a great group of instructors that can work with your students, and it's a great way to supplement what they learn during the school day. We've got a fundraiser coming up on Monday at Ixtapa Restaurant, so if you could please dine in, take out. 10% of the net proceeds from the day they're going to be donating to the Music-Gators, so tell your friends, take a break on Monday. You don't have to make dinner, and take the kids out for some really good food and help support the Music-Gators. We're looking forward to that. And we are just literally in the midst today of wrapping up our annual citrus sale. So if you have citrus orders out in the back cafeteria, your boxes of fruit are waiting for you. Please take them home with you tonight. We're hoping to have as many of the orders as possible picked up. If you can't take them home with you tonight, then there will be someone here directly after school tomorrow until between about 2 and 4 for folks to pick up orders. And we also have, if anybody missed ordering out, they do have one extra order of the Lean and Green Special of Oranges, which is $20, and one 10-pound case of grapefruits for $23. So if you'd like to snag either of those, go out back and see Lynn Vickery. And Lynn's not here. I don't know if the doors are closed, she can't hear us. We kind of hate to individually call out parents for appreciation because you always miss somebody. But I just wanted to send a special shout out to Lynn, and if you go out back to pick up your fruit and kids, when you see her, give her an extra thank you. Lynn Vickery has been running our citrus fundraiser for years. And what's extra special about that is that she has not had a student in the music program for over 3 years, maybe 4. So she's that devoted to the mission of the Music-Gators that she's been running this fundraiser for us and takes a day out of work to show up when the fruit gets delivered. So when you go out back to pick up your fruit order, give her an extra huge thank you because we really, really appreciate everything she's done for us over the years. And one other quick thank you that I want to call out, because every year we get to pop, so we start doing thank yous for folks, and the marching band season is long in the past. But I want to say a special thank you, and they're going to kill me for calling them out. But Pam Hill and Linda, where are we? Stand up, Linda. Pam Hill, I don't think she appears in here. And they have been coordinating the efforts of the concession stand at the football games, and this year we had not 4, not 5, but 6 home games, and we've had dozens of parents that have helped out, so thank you to everyone who did help out. But Linda and Pam do like an amazing job. They're there from the minute the doors open to the end of the night when the doors close, when everybody else is long gone. And what they do for us is amazing because the concession stand makes up the bulk of our fundraising for the year. So thank you. Another way we raise funds is these wonderful little 50-50 raffles that we do. And thank you so much because tonight we took in $212, so we've got $106 in an envelope here for the lucky winners and $106 for the music aiders. And just to put that in perspective for you, that'll pay for a little bit more than 2 after-school or summer music scholarships. So thank you very much for that. Can I have your help? Drawing it down in there and mix them up. Alrighty, we've got a white ticket. So everybody's got the blue ones and the red ones. Grown. Oh no.
648-575.
Every year. So if you got, do we have a winner? White number 648-575. We do. Give it a shout back at the table on your way out, and you can pick up your envelope. Thank you so much.
love our seniors, but we hate that they leave. And failing band doesn't make them stay behind. So I wish you guys all the best, and I hope you come back and visit. And speaking of visiting, we have a lot of seniors out there, so alumni, please stand up. Yeah, they're like old ones way back there. They're like really old. There's some old ones up here too. It's awesome. Welcome back. It's great to see you all. All right, and now I would like to turn the microphone over to Cole Tanner and Liam Rawlinson as we get ready to play our last piece. They're going to set the mood for the piece, and I want to recognize also Mr. William Harris and Julie Spring, who were my subs over my maternity leave, for preparing these students as we work towards today. So I got back and they were incredibly nurtured and ready to play, ready to work. So I thank them for that. And that was my last word. They're all yours.
Bluegrass Moments was commissioned by the 2003 Northern Kentucky Junior High School Select Band. Each of its 3 movements represents an important part of the 13 years of my life that I spent in Kentucky. In the mountains, having grown up in a small town in the flatlands of Ohio, the hills of the eastern part of Kentucky have always seemed like mountains to me. My wife and our 4 children spent our early years as a family in these mountains. In the mountains is a happy tune dedicated to those memories.
Through the Mist, second movement. Summer nights in eastern Kentucky are often warm and humid, and early mornings are often accompanied by leftover misty fog. I spent many a late nights and early mornings driving through this mist with friends as we returned from gigs played the night before. Under the moonshine, movement tray. While the moon does shine in Kentucky, the beauty of the shadows cast on the landscape is the most awe-inspiring. Thus, this movement captures this beauty.
And a thank you again to Lisa Mitchell and Jen, who's down here also, who's also joining us in jazz band. Jen, stand up. Absolutely. Congratulations to all our performers and to their families. I hope you all have a wonderful holidays. Thank you so much. Get home safely.